Hello everyone, welcome to Cisco ACI Automation Learning Series. This is the second video. In this video, we'll see how to create tenant using Python script. In the first video, we have seen how to authenticate with APIC and get the session cookie. In this video, we'll see how to create tenant using the received cookies. First, to create the tenant, we need to get the API payload. I'll go to APIC. You can go to API inspector for getting the API details of ACI. This particular series is mainly focusing on the automation aspect of ACI. So I won't be getting into the technical details of APIC features in this section. If you are interested, please let me know. I can create a separate section for that. Here I'll be just showing how to create all these objects. So we need to go to API inspector. If you want, we can just clear that. To get the payload, we need to go to APIC, add tenant. I will call demo corp 3. Click on submit. So it has created the tenant. If I go to the inspector, we can see a post message. I'll copy this, go to VS Code. Here for our reference, I'll create a directory called sample payloads. I'll create a file 01 create tenant dot JSON. I'll paste it here. This is not a valid JSON because we have this URL and method added. For creating the tenant, this is a URL we need to connect to. You can see here API/node/MO. MO stands for management object. In ACI, everything is an object. So here we are accessing a specific object in the APIC management information tree. And here UNI stands for universe. This is the root of the APIC object tree. And this is called RN. RN stands for relative name. For tenants, RN starts with TN hyphen. So for each object, there will be a relative name. So let me just delete all these data. Now this is a valid JSON file. Now to format it in Visual Studio Code, we can go to View, Command Palette, Format Document. Now this is the payload we are sending for creating a tenant. All the values are not mandatory. For example, RN is not required. If you are sending this to the particular URL, it can automatically create. RN is not mandatory. The status we can change to created, modified. We'll see that. And here we can see FV tenant. FV stands for Fabric Visualization Tenant. So this is a managed object in ACI. Like this, we have multiple objects: FV AP, application profile, FV EPG, endpoint group, then FV BD, bridge domain, etc. So you need to remember this structure. Then this is the attribute, and DN is the distinguished name. It is a global unique identifier. It is like the full path of the object. So universe slash TN hyphen the tenant name. After that, we are giving the name, then the relative name and status as created. But in our case, we cannot send this data as it is because we have to read the details from this configuration file and send to the API. So what we'll do, we'll just create a Jinja2 template for this. I'll create a folder called Payload Templates. Inside that, I'll create a file called tenant underscore payload dot J2. I'll add the Jinja2 template here. I'll open our JSON file in the right side and you can see the comparison. FV tenant, fabric virtualization, then DN, and here we need to pass tenant name. So this is going to be a variable in our case. We can even pass the description. I'm just passing the description. And first we'll try sending the data with created. RN is not mandatory, so I'm not passing it. Now we need to add a logic for reading this template and generating the payload. So I'll go to the epic handler.py. I will add the code for that. I have added a method called create tenant. For creating it, we're just passing the tenant data. Tenant data is going to have tenant name and description, and that is going to come from our config file. Then we need to have another method called render template, and there we need to pass this tenant payload.j2, then the name and description. So this will render the template, and this payload we will send to the API. For that, we have one more method called post.conf. If you notice here, there is an underscore before the name. This means this is intended for local use only, because this particular method we are going to call only within this function. So we don't have to call this from outside. It is just a Python convention. So now we need to add two methods, render template and underscore post underscore config. So let us add that. Under render template, we'll be passing the template name. In this case, it is going to be the tenant underscore payload.j2 and then all the arguments. So we'll be passing these two arguments here. And earlier I mentioned that this is going to act as a rendering engine, the instance of this Jinja2 environment. And here I have already given a loader as the file system loader. So this is going to look into this particular directory for the templates, and then it'll render and then return the data. So essentially what it is doing is it is passing all the variables to the template and generates a proper payload. Okay, now we'll add the method underscore post config. The reason why we have added this is for all these other operations like creating tenant, VRF, bridge domain, for everything we are going to do a post operation. So it is better to have a common method for this so that you don't have to duplicate the code. So now we just need to call this method, pass the URL, payload, and some description, and it will automatically just post it to the APIC API. If you want to understand this render template in more detail, you can just do some additional prints here and understand it. Okay, now we have create tenant method here. We'll go to app.py and let me just comment all this, and even I'll comment the config, the cookies, and here I'll give epic dot create tenant. If you call this method, it will trigger this, and to this we need to pass the tenant data. So let me just add even the data also here. If you want, we can just delete all these prints, paste it, and currently we don't have this VRF and app profile. Later we'll be adding those. I'll just comment and keep it, and within this method we'll be calling tenant data, and here the tenant data is this, the name and description. Okay, let us try running this. If you want, we can even give config and default tenant.yaml. Okay, this has created the tenant. We'll go to epic tenant, and now we have a new tenant created here, demo corp 2. In the next video, we'll create a VRF. I hope this video was helpful. Thanks for watching. See you in the next video.